welcome to Harrison Hacks.
Hey guys, welcome back to Harrison Hacks. Today is another pack for my vintage collection front end. Based on a track mode, 64-bit Windows is necessary for this build. If you're not familiar with vintage collection, go ahead and check the card in the top right hand of your screen right now. You'll see a little card there. Click that and that'll take you to the main page for the official download of vintage collection. So let's get right into this. This is obviously the Nintendo Game Boy. Now I had a Game Boy when I was a kid. Mostly played like Mario Land and Tetris. A little bit of Ninja Turtles on there. But the more and more that I play it now as an adult, I missed out on a lot of good games for the Nintendo Game Boy. So even if you're not a Game Boy fan and you're like, well, it was never my thing, I mean, this pack is something. It's not that large to where it's going to take up a lot of hard drive space for you, and you may discover a lot of hidden gems or just games that you've never experienced in the past. So let's get started right now. As usual, go to the link in the description and it's going to take you to download a Vintage Collection Game Boy pack link.txt. It's a small little text file. You're going to want to open up that text file and just copy this line and paste it into your web browser, and then download the Game Boy pack for Vintage Collection. So once you have it downloaded, you're going to have a zip file and a .z01 file. You're going to want to go to the zip. So not the Z01, but the zip. Right click. If you're using WinRAR, extract here. If you're using 7-zip, extract here. Pretty simple. Once you have it extracted, you'll just have a Vintage Collection folder. It's 1 GB in size, and we can go on in there. You can see there's all your Game Boy stuff that's needed. And to add this to your Vintage Collection build, very, very easy. We're just going to right click on the folder, cut, and in the root of your H drive, you'll see your Vintage Collection here. Just go ahead and paste it in the root of your H drive. There we go. Now we'll launch up Vintage Collection. Alright. So we'll head on down to the Game Boy. Open that up, and here we go. So you can see box art and card art. 3D box art I went with the 2D card art. I thought that looked really nice. And it was the best way to find the most available artwork so that I could have the most available games for you guys. In total there are 600, possibly 800. I can't see that little number in the bottom there, but I'm on I believe it's 600. There's a quick way for me to check here. Yeah, so there are wow, I messed that one up. I don't know how I managed that. So in total, 600. But basically, I mean, I could go through the list for a little bit here with you guys. I really like the way this looks. And I think I'm going to keep Vintage Collection going. So what I've been doing in the background, aside from just obviously building more packs and trying to release packs for you guys, once all the systems are done and the packs are out there, or even during in the midst of things, I want to start learning how to do theming. And so that way you guys have more options available to you as far as themes for your Vintage Collection. I mean, I know HyperPie 2 just dropped and HyperPie PC2 just dropped. So anyone looking for like a seriously in-depth front end, I mean, check them out. You know, like they do phenomenal work. And version 2 is really sweet. I'm gonna have some videos coming up on that as well. But if you're looking for something where you just click, you find your game, you know, a little bit of nice artwork and nice and simple, then you can go ahead and use this Vintage Collection build. I'm sticking with Vintage Collection. One thing I like about the Vintage Collection build is I've done something extremely similar, and I'm going to do a video on a different build that I did for strictly my son, and it's just called the Titan. That's my son's name. It's the Titan build. So it's going to be fairly similar, but that's an upcoming video as well. But this is the Game Boy pack for Vintage Collection. You're good to go with 600 games. All the box art and card art's there, the wheel art, everything is English. Your video snaps are good to go. I mean, if we wanted, we could launch Battletoads right now. This is running through RetroArch, which passes through Rocket Launcher.
Loading complete.
There we go. The game's boot up fine. No issues there. There's me just fast forwarding. And there you go. So, there it is working. We'll back out. And right back to Vintage Collection. You can go ahead and start another game. So that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, this is the Game Boy. I'm going to mute this completely here. This is basically just more or less something for anyone who enjoys Game Boy or anyone who hasn't enjoyed Game Boy. There are a lot of great games for the Game Boy, and I'm discovering more and more as time goes on. And if you want to keep, I mean, some people are going to want the Vintage Collection to be full blown and get all the systems, and that's great, because I mean, I'm working on everything all the way up to the Wii U and the PS3, and I mean the 3DS, and I'm going to keep going. For now, it seems like I'm having an issue. I've uploaded my stuff to Arcade Punks, but they can't seem to find it for some reason. But I'm still trying to get this out to you guys for my Google Drive temporarily until they host the files, and then I can clear out my Google Drive and move forward. So I am going to be, obviously, when we get into these DVD-based systems and Blu-ray based systems as well, you know, I just don't have the storage to have full sets of those, which is something that I will work towards in the future. But for now, everything retro is coming at you until we get to the newer systems. I have uploaded 2 Arcade Punks. I'm hoping they can find it. It's a rather large pack, and that's the Sega CD. I believe it's 56 gigabytes. But after this one, I believe I'm going to be releasing Virtual Boy. Will be coming. Small pack, but you know, there's a couple of good games on the Virtual Boy. And then I'll move into the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Dreamcast, and just so on and so forth. The sky's the limit, really. But I just wanted to make you guys aware that the packs are still going to continue to roll out. Even though I continue to work on them, I'm working on other things in the background as well. So just want to make everyone aware. Just be patient, and things will come. But I mean, if you're enjoying the Game Boy pack, go ahead and download it from the link in the description. And you know, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, have a good day.